Everybody ready? Obviously, tough one. Give Portland State credit. They made the plays down the stretch when the game was still in balance. I thought they followed their game plan really well. Shame on us. We didn't follow ours, and we got beat. So, big lesson, big lesson. We've had moments with this young team where we said, teams were going to make us pay, and they made us pay tonight, so shame on us.
Wayne, were there any kind of recurring deficiencies with your group that you saw in this one?
Well, the big thing is how careless we were with the ball. We knew that was going to be a key. And, they didn't trap. There wasn't great pressure. We just one of the three things were toughness, discipline, and togetherness, and we failed all three of those.
Glenn, did the large amount of turnovers kind of surprise you and just the way you guys weren't able to handle the pressure there?
No, I feel like we just sped up out our game. I feel like on the vet side, we knew what was going to happen. We knew what they was going to come here to do. That's our fault, not gathering up our team and keeping them poised. That's really it.
And Dexter, the defense seemed just kind of out of sorts there in the second half. What do you kind of point to as the reason why there?
I think really it starts with our preparation and practice. We kind of saw that we weren't getting it done in practice, and then, lo and behold, it happened in the game. So that's on us vet leaders to round up our troops and get us going, and then it's on us to respond. So
I guess what are some of the lessons learned that you got to take forward from here?
I think really is just they came out and they were just dogs right from the get-go. And moving forward, that's kind of the kind of team that we got to be. We got to be dogs moving into our next tournament and moving forward.
Wayne, Glenn had a pretty efficient offensive game tonight. What did you see out of him?
I thought he was fairly patient. He was cutting and moving. His teammates found him. He was attacking downhill. Obviously, got out in transition. I think that got him going a little bit. And then he converted pretty well from the free throw line, getting foul, drawing contact. I thought a lot of times we settled. To only have 8 assists shows that we were a little selfish. And the whole key offensively was ball movement, player movement, and playing off of 2 feet. And we got away from that. We were driving in there, jumping off one leg, turning it over, or some charges. So it's tough. When we've had our good moments, we're moving the ball. We don't care who's getting the limelight. The good look threes from draw kick, in and outs, we shoot higher percentage. But when we do that stuff one-on-one, we've proven we're not a very good team. And then I thought we carried the frustration over to the defensive end. And we couldn't get a stop there, man or zone, without either giving them a good shot or fouling them. So we got to get better in those areas.
Glenn, you've got a big-time opponent coming up next. What do you need to get better at as a team in a hurry here?
We're going to start by going to practice, sticking to our culture. We got to get better in the first half. I feel like we take a lot of mistakes in the first half, trying to fight back all the time. I feel like we got to give the punch instead of taking it first half.
Wayne, what are you looking for from your team these next few days?
Well, the things that we just talked about. We've got to get guys to start trusting our actions offensively. They did a good job of switching. We knew how to expose those switches with slips, with mismatches. It hurt us in the second half not having Rod. I've got to get an injury report, but he was unavailable in the second half. His presence in the paint. Although I thought some other guys, Tyler gave us some good minutes in there. And our whole key was let them pressure on the perimeter. We should really expose them inside, and we got away from that. And so we've got to learn from those things, and we've got to learn that and trust the stuff we work on in practice is what we've got to carry to the game.
Coach, I just got one question, and it's regarding the bench play, Portland State. Were you anticipating them scoring that many baskets, or contributing that much off the bench?
Yeah, they've got a good deep team for sure, and we don't right now. With Christian out, with Justin out, with Rod getting hurt, we don't have that kind of depth. So yeah, that was certainly a key for them. And our bench needs to respond a little bit better too. Until we can get healthy and at 100%. We're playing a lot of young guys, and this could be a great gift for us. And if we're not humble after this, and again, no disrespect, they came in here and they took it to us and they earned this win. But we've got to understand that the things that we put on the board, the things we put in the scouting report, isn't just happenstance. Our guys, our coaches put a lot of effort into their scouts, and it's a situation where we've got a lot of young guys in new roles that got to learn how to focus and buy into that stuff. And when we do that, we'll give ourselves a chance each night out. So, appreciate it. Go Beavs.